Okay, please stand by. Please stand by. Small technical difficulty. I am resolving it right now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm going to sound a little scratchy today. Got my first head cold, and I looked it up in 8 months, which is a freaking record for me. So I'm not missing a stream. Gonna keep the. I think I'm certain I've missed many streams in the last 8 months, but not from being sick. I went and checked my posts because I was curious. Like, how long has it been? Feels like ages since I've had a head cold. Usually with kids in the house, I am rocking one every other week. All right, just a moment. I tried to load the game, and it gave me an error about a missing mod, and that was because I was putzing with my load order. Okay, I think I got it. We also gotta see if I can figure out my volume situation today. I know, said, when are you not sick these days? That's what I was saying. It had been 8 months since I'd been sick. I know I'm usually getting sick all the time. What is happening with these icons? Phil and Canuck have shield icons now. What is this some new YouTube nonsense? I mean, that's cool, but I don't remember putting those in. Yorkshire DB, Kaz Bites, Grumpy Old Fart. How's it going, guys? Babylonia, hello. Who else we got here tonight? Riker, hello. Samus, how's it going? Phil and Canuck, the new Shield Brothers. Loneliness Till Death, on Reese. Farmer Marine, how's it going, guys? Negligent Discharge, hello. Okay, let's do some volume checks. We'll see if Ron gets angry at me shooting at his ceiling. Ooh, that sounds real loud. I think I'm gonna try. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna try turning down on my Streamlabs. I'm gonna try turning down. I'd leave that one up because the Elgato. Hold on, I think the Elgato thing maybe is me monitoring. Let me check. Actually, hold on, guys. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try muting something, and you guys tell me if you can hear the game music or not. All right, is the game music off for you guys? I gotta wait because I'm way ahead of chat. It's off. Okay, well, let's turn it back on. All right, now I'm gonna try a different switch, so I'm gonna wait a few seconds for everybody's chat to come through. Okay, I'm gonna try a different button and tell me if it turns off again. Okay, do you still hear the music? I do, but in theory you guys shouldn't. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I do have it set up in a way where I can keep the volume loud for me, but I can turn it down for you guys, so I can keep my voice high. So I guess right now the chest is, how is the balance of the game sound and my voice? Do I need to turn one or the other up or down?
Hey, you know, if you ever want to hang out at the dugout sometime, let me know, okay?
Voice is muffled when shooting. That might be because of how Streamlabs combines audio. My voice is low. Alright, so let me turn down the game audio a bit here, and let me check on this setting. Okay, I've turned down the game volume a bit. I mean, the gun sounds might be loud also because I'm firing at something point blank. Robert Marine Will Sim 7.2 get an expanded Series X. We don't know yet. I gotta wait and see what the 100 gig update means. I still haven't been able to get a clear answer from anybody I know at Bethesda being like, is it coming to all the Xboxes or just the Series? And nobody seems to know. So, and I must have to ask Todd directly, and I don't have his number. Couldn't you turn down off music's volume in the game settings? I've tried that, and it seems to have no impact, and everybody is unhappy with my volume changes. So we're now trying something different. I've got my Streamlabs set up in a way where I should be able to independently control my voice and everything else. So that will include these sounds.
Maximum crabs!
For better or for worse. Those are now going to be quieter too. Last several streams have been drowning you out, yep. That is, I got a lot of comments on that on my Tale of Two Wastelands stream. People were unhappy that I was too quiet. Crab needs boosting. I don't know how to do that part. That is where it was a sacrifice I had to make to try and fix this volume problem. Hold on, I wonder if I run... Oh, no, Steam Deck, go away. Or Stream Deck, I mean. Remind me later. Hold on. Maximum crab properties. 100% volume. Okay. Hold on. Alright, we're going to max out the crab volume. Alright, let's try it again. Alright, I've maxed out the crab's volume in Streamlab, or Stream Deck, or whatever the hell the software is called.
Maximum crabs! Maximum crabs!
Okay, we're gonna try. We'll try a few more tweaks here. All right, we're gonna turn down the master in the game to 50%. Then we're gonna turn up the volume on my Streamlabs to about 90%.
Where'd I put those spreadsheets?
The game volume sounds super quiet to me now. I don't know about you guys. All right, and then we will try a crab.
Maximum crabs!
Let's talk to Teresa.
Oh, it's you.
How's that volume? How's Teresa's volume? She sounds super quiet to me, but I don't care. I'm good with. Like, I can hear her just fine. It's quiet, but I'm mostly concerned. How does it sound to you guys?
Hey, fancy pants, good to see ya.
She's quiet. Okay, so we need to turn her volume up. And we're going to turn the music down to compensate. All right, Teresa. What do you have to say?
Yeah? Yeah? What do you want? Yeah? Hey! Hey, fancy pants, good to see ya.
Does that feel pretty good? Perfect? I like seeing the word perfect better. How about the Ron?
Hey! Hey! Good to see you again, cool cat. Here to buy or here to sell?
Any idea where I can find someone?
Looking for talent, are we? What kind of attributes you in the market for?
I'm looking for someone.
Oh, I don't think we can buy
On
anybody
second
right
thought,
now.
forget
it. Forget. All right, and now we're going to do a couple more tests on the Stream Deck. All right, hang tight. We're going to go with Ron.
Oh, yeah!
And one more crab for good measure.
Maximum crabs!
Okay, we're going to leave it like this for now. If you have more complaints about the volume, we will discuss them next stream. Because it's always a battle at the beginning of every stream. Okay, so we are now trying to find Salvador. I believe that's our quest right now. Yep, find Salvador.
Huh?
Alright, I assume we have a map marker for this. Yes, we do. Color it is. I feel like we're gonna just fast travel on top of him right now. Marine, I think it's coming to Xbox Series console since, again, Fallout 4 Xbox One is as old as GTA 5. Yeah, so the problem is that we don't have a way to distinguish. So when we upload stuff to Bethesda.net, it is for all Xboxes. Like we can't upload separate files for series versus regular. And that is a problem. It's actually, I've been investigating, people have been figuring out how to get assets onto PlayStation 4. And the problem is that they work on PlayStation 4, but not on PlayStation 5. And you don't have a way to distinguish between the two. So it's like, it creates some weird problems. Have we not been to Igratour's Marina in this save yet? That's funny. That'll actually be interesting for doing Sal's quest. I don't think I've ever tried this, because then it'll be a case of when we go to help out there, there'll still be landmines everywhere, and what's her name? Who's the grumpy lady who's there? Let's drop a little quick save here. Subcom hiking about chapter 3. I always run out of warriors to assault locations. I understand how I increase my HQ military energy. Can you give me some tips? So running out of warriors, that is a common issue, because the system that we used for soldiers is we found out after releasing chapter 3 that the base game has some serious bugs with that system, and to redo it all is a colossal task that I have not undertaken yet. So the solution is generally to just keep recruiting more soldiers. So keep adding more and more beds to your outposts and just let more people show up. As far as HQ military energy, you basically want to find your highest ranked soldiers and shoot them over to HQ. That is how you get more energy there. Army's got goddamn lucky that my low rotor survived. Feels so bad for folks on PlayStation and that whole mess. Yeah, I hear some people lost not only their mods but their save files on PlayStation. That sounds brutal.
Check out this camp. Looks like we're not the only ones doing some fighting.
Hold it! State your business.
This camp, it's Salvador's, right? I'm an old friend. We need to talk to him.
You can enter. Just keep your hands where we can see them.
Adam, FP2H, F, that's a lot of extra letters. Does the latest version of F4 work with the latest version of SS2 on Steam? Hold on, I'm confused. You have so much stuff in here. Simple mod stuff, SS2 guide. Yeah, so the only issue you'll run into with the latest version of Fallout 4 is Workshop Framework. If you have a little bit older version of that, you'll get a warning about a DLL file. But you can ignore the DLL error. Or if you download the latest Workshop Framework, it shouldn't give you that error anymore.
I've been looking for you.
Hey, Sal. Sure been a while.
Oh,
How
there it
you?
goes.
How you doing?
Teresa, it's agreeable to see you again.
Agreeable.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect such an emotional outburst from you, of all people. Try to contain yourself, please.
Still making jokes, I see.
Yeah, well, someone's got to take the starch out of your shirt.
Hello to you. I am Salvador.
Nice location.
Thank you. It's remarkable the difference some elevation and cover can make. I recognize you. You're the one who's been encouraging people to rebuild using ASAMs. You're also the one responsible for inciting the Gunners, destabilizing an entire region, and throwing countless lives into turmoil.
I did what had to be done.
You accomplished your goals, but at what cost to others?
Ugh, come on, Sal. Don't start pinning all that disrupting the balance crap on us. It's the Gunners who started this war. We just fought back. Besides, looking around this little camp of yours, seems like you're preparing to dish out a little turmoil of your own.
Our goal is not turmoil, Teresa. What we strive for is equilibrium. I don't know why the Gunners started this war, but the chaos needs to end, and I intend to stop it.
Should've known you couldn't just sit back and let the Gunners run rampant. Still, didn't expect you to have a camp and crew all ready to go.
What's your plan exactly?
Preemptive attacks, guerrilla strikes, hitting the Gunners hard, fast, and with surgical precision. Whatever it takes to restore order.
Jeez, Tell that to Aiden and you'll have a friend for life.
What is this place? And who are these people?
Rob Marine, I hate when I
This
was
is
saving
one
up for
of our war
PC
camps.
with already a small amount
We've
of
been
cash
using
on the RAM
ASAM
and CPU shortage.
sensors to construct them on an
The
as-needed
price
basis.
is a CPU or a
The
PC parts
ASAMs
right now
have proven
nuts.
to be an invaluable tool to me and my troops.
Probably why the
As
Steam
for the
machine they
people,
announced is going to be like
They
a grand.
were civilians.
Everyone was hoping for something
mercs,
cheaper, but I don't think they can afford to do it cheaper.
Or traitors. But now, they follow orders. They're willing to lay down their lives to protect something bigger than themselves. Now, they're soldiers.
Can't hear me over, Sal. Yep, see, our volume problems remain. It's alright, Sal's more important than me.
I'm here because I need your help.
You want my help. To what end?
Like I said, we're fighting back against the Gunners. Something it looks like we have in common. But in order to win this war, we're gonna need a proper military. And we're gonna need someone to take charge of it. Someone like you.
Yeah. What do you say? Want to work for me?
I see. Intriguing. But no.
No.
That camera.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, I have no interest in joining you or leading your military. As you can see, I already have soldiers under my command, and a plan to repel the Gunners.
What, these guys? What have you got, like 10 men? Salvador, you're good, but you're not that good. You can't expect to fight the Gunners with just a handful of troops. You want to make a difference in this war? Then you need us. And we need you.
Out of respect for Teresa, I'll hear you out. Make your case. Why should I join with you?
Because we care.
Because I have so much more to learn, and I need you to teach me.
Chief's being modest. The stuff he's pulled off, it kind of reminds me of the antics we used to get up to. Only more Gunners.
Those days are long behind us, Teresa. And this conflict with the Gunners is serious. It'll take more than brute force, dumb luck, or bravado to win.
Will you just listen. We're putting together something real here, Sal. We got settlements, resources, manpower, a headquarters. And despite lacking ideal means, we've been holding our own against the Gunners. With someone like you on our side, we can turn the tide of this war.
Your reasoning is compelling. Very well. Show me. Affirm your commitment to learn. Show me you're willing to master the art of engaging in true warfare.
How are the camera angles determined during dialogue? So what it does is when we're setting up our dialogue scenes, if we leave them blank, like if we don't select any camera data, it uses the speaker as the target and then whomever is listening as the base. And then it has a handful of camera angles that it will randomize between for, you know, I'm sure it has like a random timer between X, you know, but it basically looks at the length of the dialogue lines that are going to be spoken and chooses a timer that's between, you know, whatever it is, the length of the line in 10 seconds or something like that. It picks some arbitrary time and then it plays one of those camera angles if it can, and it determines if it can based on what's called a, what do they call that? A trace. So they basically, like, imagine if you shot a bullet from one point to the other, and if they can do that without intersecting geometry, then they consider that a valid camera angle. It's the same way VATS works. So, like, the camera system for the dialogue is piggybacking on VATS, which obviously you want something like VATS to be dynamic and kind of random, which is why we get super inconsistent dialogue camera. Sometimes it works really good, though. I'll say sometimes I'm shocked how well it works, and then other times you get dumb camera angles where it's like looking up somebody's nose.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Acknowledged. But be aware, your best may not suffice. The Gunners have their sights on a location northeast of here. They intend to seize it, to bolster their war effort. My intention was to engage the Gunners upon arrival, direct my men to clear them out, and then secure the area from being retaken. However, I propose you take charge of this attack instead. Prove to me your skills extend beyond mere discourse, and experience firsthand the methods required to achieve victory in this war.
I'm ready.
Good. Teresa, I request that you stay here. I need to appraise whether your chief can manage without your input.
Yeah, I get it. I'll keep out of your hair. Just make sure you don't play too rough with him, all right?
Come with me. We need to do some reconnaissance.
Okay, off we go. I guess I should get a real gun out here. My sound tester. Adam with the DLL error. Oop, I guess we're fighting the red thing now. With the DLL error, it's probably because
Area secure.
we removed the DLL from Workshop Framework, so even if you updated, you're probably still going to get that error because that means it's going to keep the old DLL. So you probably just need to manually delete the DLL file. So there's a file called WSFW identifier.dll, and it does not support the latest Fallout 4. We will not be updating that until Bethesda's done fixing the current issues. So we assume that the next patch is going to attempt to fix the remaining issues, and then we'll go through and fix that. And I think a lot of people are saying the same thing. That's why there's a fair number of Fallout 4 mods that are not updated for the current version, because it's clear Bethesda's going to be making more patches until they've resolved the PlayStation and Xbox errors. Lead the way, buddy. What are you doing? Oh wait, am I supposed to be taking the lead? No, follow Salvador. Okay. How does the Salvador mission start? This happens... What is the trigger for this one? This happens, I think, right away after Chapter 3 gets going. So, like, you do finish Chapter 2, you finish all the HQ missions, and then a few days after the last HQ mission, you get called back to... HQ to help with a problem with, like, I think Aiden calls you with a problem with Mansfield, and then you do the Flickering Lights quest. I don't know how much of this is going to be spoilers for you, so I'm trying to speak lightly. And then after Flickering Lights, then it immediately goes into a quest where Teresa tells you that she spotted the gunners off the coast, and then you go set up a line of defense, and then there's like a little battle that occurs, and you get knocked out for a long time. And then when you come to...
We're clear.
This happens shortly after that.
Excuse me.
This is the spot. Before we begin, I wish to apologize if I had seemed uncivil. In the words of Teresa, I am not a people person. And these past few weeks have been taxing.
Let's see what Salvador thinks of the dress. We haven't been doing enough dress tests. Okay, now we're ready.
You sound troubled.
This campaign began
he's
with
into
over
it.
30 people by my side. Over half of them have already met their demise. I understand that war brings casualties, and I don't fault those who died. They fought to the best of their ability and fell fighting for a cause they believed in. But, despite this, the impact of their loss continues to press on me. Forgive me. I didn't mean to burden you with my personal concerns.
You don't need to apologize. You haven't done anything wrong.
Thank you. I appreciate your tolerance. Your presence here was unexpected, and you've caught me off balance. However, war is often unpredictable, and one should adapt accordingly. If you are serious about wanting to learn from me, the very least I can do is demonstrate the finer points in the art of warfare. If You're ready to follow my instructions.
Sure, I'm all ears.
Your ears are only half the equation. Direct your gaze to the dock ahead. That is the gunner's objective. A few days prior, a small vessel ferrying soldiers passed by this region. They'll be making their way back down the river any time now. Here, take these.
Excellent.
Now, scout the area and mark it for assault. That way, my troops will know where we want them to engage. Go ahead. Use the binoculars to observe and then mark the docks.
Okay. Alright. Well, we proved our point. Red dress successful. Oh, what do we got here? Red? No, we don't want red powered. Get this thing out of here. Okay, are we back to our gear? I think so. Alright, and then we need to see if we got any room for a hotkey for this. Binoculars, where are you gonna live? Yeah, I can replace that for now.
Mark the docks so our troops will know where to attack. Just look through the binoculars, point them towards the area, then mark it. There. Now any soldiers under your command will know exactly where you want them to strike.
Oh, you know what? We need to update this, because the binoculars have the new functionality with the drop in the marker. I need to update this quest to support that. Hold on a second, let me put this in my notes. This will take a while to do, but I do need to do it. Write it down. Alright. What do we call this quest? Let me see in the CK. This is MQ 35, I think. I'm just gonna write Sal's quest because I can't remember the name. Sal's quest needs to updated to support. The new binocular style. Forgot about that.
With that done, next step is... Hold on. Can you see that? It's the gunners.
So when we first put out
About time they
the
arrived.
chapter 3, we didn't have this
Now,
feature, but
Let's hold
you
our
had to
ground
just
for the
line it up on
moment.
things, and it would be
Study
kind
their
of
actions.
hard to use. But
Much
we
can be
added this thing
learned
where you
merely
can
by
right
observing.
trigger and it drops an arrow over there.
Those super mutants should occupy them for at least several minutes. This presents an ideal opportunity for you to tag the gunners. Use the binoculars again, but this time, mark a few of the gunner soldiers. Proceed when ready.
So we can just mark in NPCs by hovering over them, but hovering over the flagpole was very awkward. So we added in the arrow that you could just drop down. There we go. Mark the gunners this way. Can't see them because of all the fog, but they're walking into our line of sight anyway, so that's working out. Can't tell if there's more of them or not. Alright, well, we got a bunch of them. Okay.
Good work. Now we can easily keep track of their movements. That's enough recon. Time to launch our attack. You'll need to signal my troops. So here, take this. Merely fire that flare gun into the air, then we can begin.
Alright, running out of spot on the old hotkey bar here. Can't get rid of Jet. Alright, we can get rid of the recruitment clipboard for now.
What are you waiting for? Use the flare gun.
It did.
You see that? My troops have responded. A white flare would indicate they're not able to come, requiring us to abandon the attack. Fortunately, their flare is red. This signifies that they are en route and will be waiting for us just beyond the designated attack zone. Let's head to the rendezvous point. Then we can proceed with our attack.
I mean, I could also just pick them off right now. They're occupied. Alright, let's go meet up. It actually, the quest should continue if you do decide to just start knocking people out. Salvador does have lines where he will acknowledge that you ignored the plan and went forward anyway. Has Bethesda ever offered you a job? Not directly. I've been sent positions to apply for, but I have declined. I don't really want to work directly for them. I like running my own operation.
All right, everything's in place. Now to engage and eradicate the entrenched hostiles. Me and my men will follow your lead. Proceed at your discretion.
On me.
You heard the man. Let's move.
Okay, now we can take some pot shots with the old sniper rifle here. Well, thankfully these markers are actually going to be pretty huge. Pickpocket. Oh wait, I see somebody. Oh, can we get him? The fog is too powerful. I have no idea if I'm just missing horribly or if they're behind things. Oh, there they are. Got one more. I think they might be behind things as well.
What's that noise?
Do lists. No, thank you. Let's go. Oh, that's a freedom fighter. Left. He seems to be stuck on the dock. He fell in the water.
Take him out! Good karma's paying off.
Sorry, buddy. Secure the docks. Oh, the B+. It took 2 injuries. Sam, it's the next patch going to have chapter 2 fixes. Finish chapter 1 VR. I was thinking might hold off chapter 2 until the next patch. Some minor stuff, nothing significant. But yeah, I imagine I will have a patch out for the end of the month, so probably next Friday. So what's the date next Friday? Wait a second. Yeah, next Friday I'll probably have a patch. TBD. Because I'm traveling that weekend. So maybe I'll do it on Thursday. Hello, Mr. Sarek. How are you, sir? Alright, where is Salvador at? Doing the slow march forward. Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's running faster than I give him credit for.
Excuse me.
Hang tight. Gotta make it to my mark.
I wouldn't say that I'm impressed, but you did at least demonstrate a general level of competence throughout the assault.
Coming from you, Sal, that's almost a compliment. You always did have high standards.
This upcoming Friday, like not in 2 days, but the week after. Sometime the week after. The Friday the 30th, I'm traveling, so I don't know if I'll have time to do it that day, but I could do it the day before.
I got the job done.
Regardless of how well the assault went, the important part is that we successfully countered sinners. My troops can now secure this area, ensuring no hostiles can reclaim it. For the time being, this location will remain safely under our control.
So, has the chief passed your little test? Are you willing to join us now or what?
Maybe.
Oh, come on, Sal. Drop the whole mysterious routine and just tell us straight.
Come with me. I have something to show you.
He's not changed one bit. We better follow him. It's the only way we're gonna get some kind of answer.
It seems the gunners had already started to unload their cargo.
Yeah, we can see that. So, what are we looking at here?
Jet fuel. The gunners use it to power their Stingray bombers.
You mean those fighter jet things? You know all about those. You already had a few try to take us out.
We were totally outgunned.
That falls in line with standard gunner tactics. Strike fast, hit hard. The gunners have been utilizing their Stingrays to conduct aerial bombardments all across the Commonwealth. Fortunately, their operations have been limited. After a single bombing run, a fighter must return to base to resupply munitions and fuel. It's a weakness, one the gunners are working to rectify.
What makes you assume that?
It's no assumption. I've seen firsthand the gunners' efforts to overcome these limitations. The fuel barrels here all but confirm it.
There must be some way to slow them down.
The gunners are attempting to set up a forward operating base inside the Commonwealth. If they succeed, it would allow their bombers to resupply at much greater frequency and speed, drastically tipping the scales in their favor. But if you assist me in preventing this, then I will join you. I'll lead your military. However, I have one more condition. Or rather, a request.
Yeah, I'll hear you out.
If I join you, I ask that you adhere to a clear code of conduct. One that, above all, focuses on restoring stability to the Commonwealth. If I ever feel you stray too far from this, you can be sure I'll be reevaluating our association. Those are my terms. Do you agree to them?
You stick with me, I promise. We'll bring about the change you've been looking for.
I'll hold you to that. Very well. I'll debrief my men and then proceed to your command center. I will, see you later, Chief.
All right. It's about time you came around. It'll be good to have you with us, Sal. I'll take Salvador back to HQ and make all the introductions and stuff. Come find us in the meeting room when you're ready. Bye for now.
Okay, yeah, what is with that floating grenade? Where is that from? Is there supposed to be a... Is that a... Oh, it's just a bouquet right there? Is there supposed to be a trap near it? I mean, it was definitely attached to a wire, but where's the trap? And why is it on the dock over here? Huh. Oh well. Salvador is always a pain for us in the so his voice is the way it is intentionally, but most people's initial reaction is like, why is his voice acting so weird? Like, I had hoped that because we have a pretty rock solid voice acting set in the rest of the mod, that people would catch wise to the fact that it was done like that intentionally, but still get the question all the time. I'm sure most of you here who've played through it know.
Don't think I can fix this.
Have guessed, because I don't think we actually ever confirm it, but there are plenty of hints to gather of what. How do I get in there? I want the magazine. I always miss the magazines when you guys tell me, but now I see one and I can't get it. I don't like that. Anyway, oh, you know what? I think isn't there a key to this place somewhere? it on one of the super mutants maybe that these guys killed? Not on the heat. It won't be on the hound. Oh, they found a suicider. Oh, there's another mutant. How about you, buddy? None of these guys have a key? I could have sworn there was a key here. Hat for Mansfield. Daniel Matheson, you complete the assault, do you get to turn the location to a settlement outpost, or is there some other mechanic involved? So this is, we call this a territory, and it's basically like settlement light, where you can just build a couple of different things there, but mostly you just station people here. I don't know if this one, I don't think this one counts initially. I think it does. It maybe gets converted after you advance the quest a little bit further. What you doing, Sal? You're supposed to be going back to HQ.
Hey there.
I won't be long.
No, he wants to stick around and help the troops. All right. But yeah, with these territories, they're basically places you can station people or you can patrol people between them. And you'll eventually get the ability to build turrets and just a few random little things. Like you can build, what are they called? I can't remember what we call them. But I will be reminded once we have one. And you can just build some small things and they can extend your network for your settlements. We have, some of them will actually give you resources as well, but it's not every location. It's one of those things on my to-do list to resolve, of making sure that every location offers some sort of benefit. If I recall correctly, Samus has a mod out that makes that the case. Oh, I can't jump in that window. Bummer. Nope, definitely can't. Okay. Alright, I'll give up on my loot hounding and head off to HQ. Because that quest basically played out how it was supposed to. I think the only thing is I need to update it to support the placing the marker with the right trigger instead of having to just hover over the hover over an enemy or the flag. You're sure to be Alex Sal's voice, another great performance. Thank you. But I get why he does sound. It does sound like we have a stilted performance if you just compare him to the rest of our characters. Like it sounds like kind of a because my first reaction to him was that I was like, what? Why does he sound like that? That doesn't sound correct. It sounds like we got a bad voice actor, but it was no. He needs to sound like that for his character background. The key is in the vertibird. Ah, damn it. Thanks, Colin. Maybe next time I'm over there, I'll grab it. Because I assume I'm going to be coming back to Egret in a minute here. Since that is a major quest location for us. I like that we have so many toilets. That is the most common sound I hear when I come in here.
An announcement from the admin team.
And finally, HQ has cleaned itself up. And we have the glorious fountain.
High rates before the war. The lack of fuel outweighed the risk of radiation poisoning and future nuclear detonations. All possibilities
Long time no see.
I've never lost it was insufficient for the task.
This failure is
So,
new to me.
Salvador, now that we're more established, what do you think our chances are? Are we now?
Oh, I love this bug. Is so dumb.
No,
this is not by a long shot. SS2 bug. This is a
What Sal
creation
means
engine
to
bug.
say is-
Happens in Skyrim. Happens in Fallout. I believe it still happens in Starfield. Believe it or not. When NPCs load in, if they're supposed to be seated, sometimes they can just load where they were at the moment they were supposed to snap into the chair, but they'll do the animation just in the spot that they're standing. It's really silly.
We still got a lot of work left to do, but we're on the right track.
Salvador and Teresa brought us all up to speed. Sounds like you did a good job out there. We finally have a military.
This headquarters of yours is impressive. I expected much less. I let our troops know that they can stop here to resupply and get some R&R. But one of them asked a question that I didn't have an answer to. What exactly is our group called? What's our name?
Yes, Lupe shuts the door. That was something Nihur showed us how to do when he was helping us with some of the quest setup. Apparently, if you tell an NPC to activate a door, they just walk up and hold their hand up, and they can open and close doors, which is pretty neat. Like a non-load door, they'll just act like they're pushing against it. I know one person who knows Salvador's background that's in chat, or he was a few minutes ago, is Sarik, but I think he's keeping it close to chest because we still have dreams of doing background quests for all of our characters so that you guys can get to know them more, since the main quest of the game is basically Jake's background story. And we wanted to do like individual, not gigantic quests, but, you know, quests like, I don't know, like, I would say, Sarik, what do you think about what was your hope for the size of the companion quest? Something like, you know, just like one of our regular main quests? Or were you thinking something deeper than that? I don't know what your intention was, but we haven't written them. They're just kind of like rough outlines on paper and dreams of like, man, if we ever got to a point where we had unlimited resources, we would love to pursue all this stuff.
We don't have one.
Then I'd recommend you pick something.
A name? You really think we need one?
Don't underestimate the impact of a name. It's more than just a label. It offers identity. It helps foster familiarity. It provides a window to who you are and what you do. Why do you think Fiona named our group the Nightingales?
There's your answer, guys. Sarik has...
That's a good point.
Small,
It'll probably help more than
quests
just our troops if people knew who we are.
for each of the character to kind of dive into.
What do you think, Chief? What should we call ourselves?
We have not put any of these into production. They are just a pipe dream right now. They're something that maybe we'll get to one day. Right now, I'm just on a mission to fix what we have, and then we already have the next chunk of content semi-written, right, Sarik? How would you? I don't want to name the content, but you know what I'm talking about. The next stuff we talked about doing that you have partially written, and lots of scenes for a new character. How much more do we have left to write on that stuff?
Let me think.
Preparing faction name options. Here we go. Alright, what are we going to be here? Let's see, we're fixing the mod. What's a good name for people fixing stuff here? Harvesters, new. The Masons, that could work. The Blowfly. I love that we always have one stupid option of things. Anybody who played Conqueror knows we had a similar dumb option. Always fun to have. Yeah, I think Masons fits for our goal. About half the done. The next we to figure some stuff out for. Yeah, and I think part of it we have to figure out the mechanics too for the new stuff we were talking about adding. But one step at a time. It's a slow train these days, guys. It's a slow train. It's not as we're not trying to quickly get out things annually anymore.
The Masons. Makes sense. I mean, we do build a lot. All right then. From now on, that's who we are.
I can't believe we're wasting time picking a name when there are far more important things to be dealing with.
What is it that's bothering you?
We've got captive gunners here. The HQ. They're injured, so Cassandra's been treating them in the infirmary. And once they're well again, she intends to simply let them go free.
The Nightingales operated under the practice of catch and release. It served us well, and I see no reason to change how I do things now.
Those gunners are the enemy. They should be locked up.
Calm down. Let's talk about it.
I don't need placation. What we need are some actual decisions on this.
As you can see so far, each department head has been directing their division according to their own whims. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it does mean we've lacked a particular focus. And that disagreements like this have been likely to occur.
And what do you suggest?
Well, you see, Back in Vault 81, the Overseer would decide on things such as how we spent our resources, regulated trade, or our stance with external threats. Even if I didn't always agree with the Overseer's position, the Vault was better off with everyone pulling in the same direction, following the same rules. Perhaps now is a good time to decide on our policies. A formal guideline set by yourself so everyone knows what's expected of them.
I like it.
I thought you might. I hope you don't mind, but whilst you're all yammering away, I took the liberty of doing a little programming on this terminal. There. I've added the ability for you to make decisions on any policies we might come up with. Go ahead, give it a try.
That is a bug. That should not have unlocked yet. Alright, hold on. Outpost. Classes. Unlock. Before. Player. Has. Outposts. Okay. I'm writing that down because I am not ready to dig into that code. Okay, how do the Masons feel about prisoners of war? Okay, this is an annoying UI bug that most people assume, when I've watched playthroughs, assume these are the only two options, but there are actually 4 options if you scroll on down, but the arrow only appears when you get down to here. This is a very poorly designed UI element from Bethesda. Most likely it's something they never tested because they didn't test it with 2-line buttons. So 2-line buttons clearly supported, but didn't get tested. Skip the QA. So I think if you have certain mods that mess with the HUD, you might see all 4 options, but I know a lot of people just assume these are their only options when there are more down here. Alright, all people deserve freedom and our doctors must not pass judgment. So this is kind of this is what, is this the one? I think this is kind of what Cassandra's pushing for. Let's see. Reserve our supplies for our own people. There aren't enough to maintain prisons, so this is like we don't want to take prisoners. I think this is what Teresa's pushing for, is using supplies on prisoners. Not Teresa, Cassandra. And this is what Aiden wants to do. Just good luck. You can stay in prison. If you die, so be it. If you survive, so be it. But you're not going back out there. Okay, so what do the Masons believe here? I think we're going to side with Cassandra here. We'll see what Aiden has to say about that. Okay, and then here's the result of our decision. We can change that later.
Fine. At least we're not increasing enemy numbers.
Nicely done. I'll make sure that terminal gets updated anytime we have a new policy, or whenever we have new options for a pre-existing policy.
Oh, that's a good idea,
So whenever you
Kaz.
want to
That's
enact
something we
something
could do
new,
right now, actually.
just use this terminal
really
to
good
call a
idea.
department meeting. That way, we can all hear about the changes you'd like to make, and maybe offer some suggestions of our own.
Oh, I'm sure some of us will be more than eager to let you know our thoughts on stuff. Don't you worry about that.
Of course, at the end of the day, regardless of our opinions, the choice is yours. After all, you're the chief.
A meeting?
Yeah, I mean, we all need to know what you want us to do, so it only makes sense to call a meeting. All the department heads will be there, and I'll also make sure representatives for any of the allies we've made are there too. That way, we can get plenty of suggestions for policies, and your options for them.
That's good to know.
If you've got the space, I could use a work area.
Of course. I'm sure the chief could find somewhere for you to set up. For now, let's get back to what we're all doing. Meeting adjourned.
Once I've settled in, we should speak.
Okay. So as far as changing the name of the faction, let me check on that. I think I have a mechanism I could show you to do, but I don't think it's exposed to you guys to change. Alright, hangar level is unlocked.
A nice addition to your settlements. Nicely done.
Yeah? What do you want?
So there is an item in here. I don't remember where it appears. If it appears in... Actually, I don't remember if we actually set it up in HQ at all, or if there's only one, and if it's even buildable by default. Let me think.
I've never lost anyone before.
So we have something called the Faction Identity Desk, and I don't remember if it is enabled by default.
All systems are a go, sir.
And bear with me, I'm trying to open Chapter 3 on my other PC so that we can update the policy messages, because adding one of 4 to that is a great way to show people that there will be more options in the menu. Don't know how none of us thought of that yet, so
how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
This is to C3.
We can keep traveling as much as you want.
I'm gonna write this down though, because I don't know if the CK. Yeah, I might forget by the time the CK opens. Add X O
Jackson assured I was well built for travel.
to
His modifications will be adequate for quite some time. My databanks are continuing to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the Commonwealth.
Don't mind me, just writing down some
Lead the
notes.
way, and I'll follow, sir.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Okay, so let's go. We're gonna just jump to a settlement real quick here. Let's go one that's nice and empty. We're on the station, perfect. So I don't remember if we have this available to everybody or if you have to have. There's an extra mod that I put out that I will. I don't know if I have it installed for the playthrough or not. We will check in a second here.
Lost track of how many blisters.
So let's go to workshop mode. We'll go to SS2 and furniture. Wait for the workshop menu to generate. Come on, game, you got this. There we go. Oh yeah, there it is. Faction leader's desk. So I do have it. Okay, so if you have, I think faction leader's desk gets enabled. Let me check. Hold on, let me check my mod list real quick, because now I can't remember. This is one of the downsides of slowing down development, is I started losing track of all the things in here. Let me look at my plugin list here. So, oh, I gotta look at. Oh, actually, I've got to switch. I'll do it later. This is. I used to have a little icon up here that would let me show what the heck this picture was. Although this one we know is just a toucan, right? But in order to do Tailored to Westlands, I had to switch which screen was what. Because Fallout New Vegas does not like being on a secondary monitor. Alright, let's see here. I'm looking through my plugins list to see. Oh yeah, so there's an optional mod called Customizable Faction Identity, and it's probably an optional file on the Chapter 3 page. Let me see here. Let me find that for you guys. And this basically allows you to customize your flag, and at some point I think I had it set up to allow you to change your name, but I don't know if that made it into the final release, so I am checking right now. Yeah, if you're looking for this desk I'm about to show you, there's an optional file on the Chapter 3 page called Customizable Faction Identity. This is not available on Xbox because it would melt in Xbox. So this is at least I'm 99% certain it's not on Xbox. Maybe I'm wrong, but again, go back to the old memory hole. So I'm going to show you guys this little thing. We just need to get a little bit of wood. It shouldn't be hard. Just find something to scrap here. Can scrap any of these trees. So there we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and build this guy. Okay, yeah, currently this is just the flag. At some point I did have the ability to use this to change the name as well, but it's not in there currently, and I think it's because this desk is not available to everybody is probably why I chose not to do that. It's also possible, maybe did I put it on the... Put it on the Warplanner's desk, maybe? I don't think I put it. I think I disabled it.
Don't much care for good neighbor.
Let me check my
That place is nothing but trouble.
Let's see if I got an answer for you. Oh, I forgot last time we were doing this, I closed all of my close all my Notepad++ tabs. It hurts. It hurts. Alright, just a second here. Okay, show faction name select. I gotta check all of my code real quick. Don't mind me on my other PC right now. And see if I can find where we have this set up. Otherwise, I could always show you, I could probably show you a console command to do this. If you need to change your name on PC. But
Those
otherwise,
big, ugly bastards.
it should
sure
be
hit
a
us
thing
hard.
you take great care in doing currently. Because I don't believe there's natively a way to do this. But I may be wrong. I will tell you in a moment, because I am searching my code for where this function exists. Call sign Henshin, how difficult is that mod in new faction names? Oh, it's super easy. Like we have a bunch of dialogue that's like a fallback dialogue. So for Jake, when he says like the Masons, I like that. We also have fallback dialogues so that if you have a name that's not supported by the NPCs, then they'll say like, that's an interesting name or something like that, as opposed to saying it out loud. But all of that should be documented on our wiki. If you go to wiki.somesettlements2.com, there's a section dedicated on there to tutorials, and one of them will tell you how to add faction names. At least it should. Again, memory. I'm fairly certain I did the tutorials for a lot of the Chapter 3 stuff. There's some stuff I know I didn't do, but I'm pretty sure I did that because it's very, very simple. Okay, so in theory, I'm going to type you guys a console command for any of you who wants to try changing your faction name. You should be able to do this. SS2 Empire Manager. You should be able to run that console command, and it should bring up the name selection again after the quest. And it should function. I don't see any other code in here that would require it to only work during the quest. And then I'm checking on the tutorial status for you right now, so you can see if I am wrong. Let's see here. So if I go down to creating add-ons, let's see, non-tutorial.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Did I not add that?
How's
It's
your
one of
back
the easiest
doing?
things possible
Still
to
bothering
create.
ya?
I have pet and pet names.
Nah, I hardly even notice it anymore.
Oh,
Dynamic
good.
flags. Maybe
I
I
know how
don't
much
have
that was
that
bothering you.
documented. I have allies and advisors. Yeah, maybe I don't have that up there. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let's see. Use info. But yeah, I mean, it's really just a couple of simple records. So it doesn't look like I have it documented, but it's, there are these, if you were to load up SS2 in the CK, there are some MISC items that start with, I'm going to put this in chat, that start with SS2 faction name. You'll see these MISC items in the CK with that, and then you can look at the script properties, and you can see some of the other records we've created. And there's just two of them. There's the faction name message, and then there's the, and then you give it the string of like what you want it to display, and then you just set up those records to match like what we have in there, and then it's just typical add-on pack registration. So wouldn't be too hard to reverse engineer. So for add-on pack authors who know how to just make SS2
Another day
content
of
in
hard
general,
work.
should be
Never
they could
changes.
probably figure it out really quickly how to do new faction names. So again, the faction names would only be visual display in a couple of places. Obviously, you're not going to be able to inject Jake speaking new lines or anything. And I think we have, I think 3 different characters say the names if you choose one of the default ones. Like Jake, Lamont and Caitlin all say it at various points. All right, let's customize our flag here. So this is, again, set up by a special mod called Customize Faction Identity that you can find on the Chapter 3 page. And you basically choose your base canvas, and then that will open up a color, and then we can choose what color we want our background to be. We're going to do brown. Then you choose an emblem. Now this stuff you cannot inject into. The system that makes this work is crazy complicated and involves 800,000 records, I think, something like that, because in every single combination of color and emblem, and then the emblem can be colored as well, requires a new set of records. So injecting additional ones to this is effectively impossible. Alright, so I believe we have an icon that was kind of designed to be each of the default names, so that you would have something that would feel correct to pick. But it's not named the same necessarily, because we want our players to just customize whatever they want. So we'll pick something that's got a building vibe. This one feels like, what is that, like a... I can't think of the word, like a compass and a corner of a T-square. I like that, for the Masons. And now we choose the emblem color. Yellow looks really good against that brown. Some of the the differences are quite subtle. Yeah, I think I'm going to use one of the yellows. The railroad mustard looks good. Lemon's a little too bright. Kind of like the gold. Alright, that will be our flag. And now the flag is just one part of it. So this also gets used later.
Yeah?
In HQ you can unlock... What the hell? How did I get Margaret? What? How did I get this all of a sudden? I don't know how that happened. That is very odd. Let's see if that... I wonder if that was from using this. Hold on, let's try it again. We're just going to change one of these colors for a second and see. We'll switch it back in a second. Let's give it a second. Oh, I know what it was. So in order to do this customized flag thing, it has to take away all of your weapons, and that way it gives you just one fake weapon. And I probably had Margaret in my inventory, so it just triggered the yeah, okay. Yeah, it just triggered the pop-up because it's flagged as a legendary item. So, okay.
The farm's
not going crazy.
Much, but it's something.
So anyway, the one other thing I was going to mention is that not only is that colors that you set up, like the custom emblem used for your flag, it also ends up getting used for a special HQ outfit you can unlock later if you have SS2 Extended installed. Again, PC only feature because of SS2 Extended, excuse me. Alright, so now if we build one of our settlement flags here, do we have enough for one of the pole ones? Yeah, we can go ahead and build this. And there's our customized flag. And then if we were to come back to this desk, and I'll just change the color to something dramatic so you can see it. A few seconds after we exit this, it should update all of our flags that we already have. Just gonna give it a moment. There it is. But yeah, I could see this would be the type of desk I could definitely see adding like a little doohickey to change the faction name. And now we've got our gold back. Okay, so we will just leave that. This will be our little spot to do that in the future. Meet Salvador in the hangar. Let's head back to jail. The deep game mechanics are bizarre. the deep game mechanics in like all this little nuance, or the silly workarounds we have to do to make them function. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is hacking things that we have available to make them work without script extender. So we can't actually make a fully custom workbench, so we have to make use of one of the existing ones. So we went with the weapon workbench, had the best UI to do the flags natively, to where it would actually show you, or no, was it the armor? I don't remember which one we did, but whatever it was, we had one that would actually show the item in color instead of just the green preview, so that you could actually see the colors you were choosing.
Hello. The engineering department is pleased to announce
I've
that
never
the
lost
ventilation
anyone
systems
before.
have been repaired.
This failure is new to me. Going down. Lobby. 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 Going.
Was there any for making a custom workbench? We just can't control. So there are a few different workbench types.
Going down.
There's like we could make a custom workbench in the sense that it would have certain items available, but the only one that had the right UI for us I believe is the weapon, and so that would actually show the items in color, so that you can see the customization in real time. But if we didn't make it, if we didn't take away all your other weapons, then all your other weapons show up as an option as well.
Ah, there you are. You should know, despite accepting to join you, I still harbor some reservations. But after meeting your people, at least some of my skepticism has been eased. They seem capable. It's feasible that you may indeed win this war and restore order to the Commonwealth.
Thanks, I guess.
My words weren't intended as praise, just a statement of fact. All right then. You enlisted my help for a reason, so let's get to it. If you want a functional military, your first objective should be to establish a formal encampment, a location to house and train your troops. I understand you previously had an outpost that proved useful in fighting back against the gunners. Provided you are ready, we can build something similar that should allow me to show you the ropes.
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Understood. Where should we do this? I'd recommend a site near to your HQ, but the decision is yours.
Yeah, we can use the castle for this. Let's go.
Very well. I'll meet you there.
Okay, off he goes. It's so silent down here. This is an area that never got a full soundscape treatment, and it'd be really nice. I might have to one day grab our composer Jazz and have him come in here and gussy this place up with some sound.
Yeah, Aiden's been having a hell of a time. Security just can't handle the extra workload.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so we will head over to the castle. I believe we can fast travel from even the basement. There we go. Alright, looks like chapter 3 finally opened. Let me check our messages here. Oh wait, the ideology stuff is actually stored in chapter 1, that's right. Try to bake as much stuff into the main SS2 ESM as possible, because I like the idea in the future of having something set up to where folks could have an alternate HQ if they wanted. There we go. Look, our flag. Our flag's appearing everywhere. All right, did Sal make it? Yep, there he is.
This is Radio Freedom.
Hi.
Here we are. Are you sure this is where you want your military outpost stationed?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Very well. Let's begin. Our first objective is to set up an area to organize and keep combat logs. A war planner's desk, if you will. By now, I imagine you're familiar with the process of building, so I'll leave that to you. Simply place down the desk, and we can move forward.
Okay, let's build a desk. Good old Workshop Plus fixing our weather for us. Oh, we got some funky collision on these.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 12 noon.
Okay, here we go. War
All
planner's
quiet,
desk.
which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Sure, we'll build it over this tire here. That's fine. Checking to see if there's if I have anything set up here for changing the name. So we have the quartermaster's key for changing ranks, Empire, recruitment radio, operations board, and then you can use the desk to craft things, and then there's a war chest for donations. Okay.
Hey.
Put down a war planner's desk. Then we can move on to the next stage.
There it goes. Just a little bit of a delay. Okay, command post acts in the help of all war activity cannot be taken by enemy forces, though it can be attacked. All outposts and vassals will automatically establish network connections to your command post. No municipal plots required. Alright. And now Sal's having fun.
Good work. Setting up this desk signifies the change in the operational focus of this area. It is now a military outpost. Consider the desk to be your central hub when dealing with all matters related to your military. Any structures built here will automatically be repurposed to suit the needs of an army. Now, we need some troops. Take this clipboard. Approach any settlers or HQ staff who'd make decent soldiers, and add their names to the conscription log. I'll wait here.
Okay. We'll just recruit everybody here. This is one of the things on my quality of life list is making it so you can just bulk recruit everybody at a single location.
Can I ask you something? We need your help. Hi there. It's the only way to ensure the safety of the Commonwealth.
Yep.
She's in.
Hey.
Yes?
Oh, you're busy. You're not invited.
All day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Got a minute? I know you're in a tough situation here, but lives are at stake. Please help me.
Does not have support for yes lines. So there's a generic topic that most NPCs have lines for where they just agree. And I think Pete and Patty either don't have them set up correctly or they're missing them. I'm not sure which. We tend to put that on our... We have a thing we call misc dialogue template where when a writer is designing a new character...
Can I
we
ask you
them to
something?
throw one out, but it is... I could believe
I know
either
you're in a tough
that,
situation here.
Either
but
they got
lives
missed
are at
or
stake.
they're not set up
Please
correctly.
help me.
Sure.
But yeah, most of the vanilla NPCs have those lines as well.
Got a minute? I know you're in a tough situation here, but lives are at stake. Please help me.
As you wish.
Thank you, Emily. More Tilted Wastelands on Sunday night. That is the plan currently.
Hi there. We need your help.
Okay.
Voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
It's the bookworm again. Or we got two of them. Oh, lady.
Hi
Give me
there.
a hat.
We need your help.
Got it.
I don't know what causes that. That's clearly a bug. You look like a visitor. Like a visiting raider. Alright, we already got Pete. Did we miss anybody in here? Ronnie Shaw.
Running low on supplies, General?
Let me see what you've got.
Really,
Sure thing, General.
Oh, you sell ammo. I never knew that about you. Look at all those shotgun shells. Holy.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across
I mean, I guess I might as well grab 50 cal too. It's just not much.
Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Thank you, Ronnie. Did any of these chests respawn yet? Yes, they did. Guessing that's just target practice. Given that everybody's panicking.
Can I ask you something? We need your
This
help.
feels wrong to conscript her. We already got all you guys. What the hell? Just a floating ASAM sensor, huh? We'll stab it with a pencil. Some funky stuff going on in this room.
Got a minute? It's the only way to ensure the safety of the Commonwealth.
Got it.
All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay
I
safe
think
out.
we got them all. Oh, did we miss you?
Hi there. I know you're in a tough situation here, but lives are at stake. Please help me.
Sure.
Come on, people, join the Masons.
Got a minute? I know you're in a tough situation here, but lives are at stake. Please help me.
Okay.
No argument for me. Okay, I think we got them all. Wait, maybe not.
Can I ask you something? We need your help.
Okay.
What about you, buddy?
I just want to trade a few things.
No, not you. Oh,
Howdy,
this is the
General.
radio operator. Got it. Okay. Okay, we'll call that good enough. Where is Salvador? Let's see if he's happy now. Is there a way to unrecruit someone from the military? Not directly. It's a little bit of a. There's a little bit of a workaround. What you can do is, if you recruit a soldier to HQ, then you can use the move command to send them back to a settlement. So, like, if I go equip my clipboard
This
again,
is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the
and
country.
Got a
speak
minute?
to them, you can choose
All
work at
quiet
HQ.
across the Commonwealth.
On second thought,
Stay safe
forget it.
And once you've assigned them to HQ, they get turned back into a normal person, and then you can send them wherever you want with the move command in workshop mode. So then you go to here and choose move. Regular settlements just show up again as an option.
Hi.
Good. You have your troops. It appears you've grasped the
come on, beat me to
fundamentals. outposts enable your soldiers to deploy and fight within a radius of their location. However, there may be instances when a target is too far away. That's why it's important to have manned outposts across the Commonwealth. On that note, I believe you now possess the necessary manpower to undertake an important operation. Are you ready to launch a counter-offensive against the Gunners?
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. Do you recall...
Chief, you there? We've got a problem. Gunners have seized control of a nearby settlement, Egret Tor's Marina. I don't know what they're up to, but it can't be good. I've got HQ on high alert, but those gunners should still be neutralized before they try anything else. Aiden out.
Alright. Change of attack plans. The counter-offensive will have to wait. Securing Egret Tor's takes priority. You have the soldiers now. So, what do you say? Ready to head out?
Let's take them now. Before they have a chance to get away.
I'm ready with
Acknowledged. I envisioned a more controlled situation for your first real command. It may be too soon for you to lead this kind of attack. With your permission, I can take care of directing the assault on Egret Tor's, if you wish.
You should be the one to do it.
I'll accompany you as we approach the site. Upon arrival, I'll assume command. This experience may bolster your previous lessons, so stay alert. Enough dialogue. Our destination is Egret Tor's Marina. Let's move.
Off we go. Let's get a real weapon. Hey, Yogi. Mystery floating system is always part of the outpost plan. Loot bay builds there at the castle. Alright. I'll have to... Well, now we have a method to update city plans, thanks to props, so that can go on the fix list. Floating... ASAM. It looked like there was like a box, a display box in there. And display box... Inside...
It's 3 p.m.
Castle...
Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for
C3s.
Minutemen alerts.
Hey, Kez, how's it going? Did you fix the radio note so it doesn't act like it's people during the big fight? Not yet, no. But it's on my list. Everything on the list will get fixed eventually. Just the timeline for eventually is undetermined. There are some things I've said that about for years. They still exist on my list. My list gets reprioritized periodically depending on how much time I have to mod in a given time, in a given sitting, and what stuff is causing the most headaches for folks. Where's the nearest spot we have to Egret? Oh yeah, I guess the Coast Guard beer that we just took. Alright, perfect. This is looking like maybe a crash. Or just the game taking its sweet time. Nope, there it goes. Survived. Okay. Alright, before we run over there, I actually want to check something. I want to see if this got converted into a real territory now or not. I don't remember if we do that. Oh, also we can go grab the key you guys mentioned is in the vertebrate, right? Yeah, no, this still hasn't been converted. So once a place that you guys were asking what else you can do with the territories, if it's a proper territory. This one I think is a fake one because of the tutorial. Oh, sorry, my the head cold's really getting me now. Really breathe out of my nose. This one is a tutorial one because you don't have a command post at the time that this gets established. And then once you have a command post, any territories you set up, you should be able to activate the flag to go into workshop mode, and you can build a few things. There it is. Ta-da!
Perfect.
Sweet. And that would count this. Fantastic.
Won't be able to hack this.
Still can't get in here. Oh well. We got our magazine. Alright, dropping on a quick save before we go to battle. Password is in the ship. Really? All these things are freely available? I love it. Which ship? Like the sunken boat right here? Like down in that in that guy right there. Oh god, I don't have Aquaboy on this character. Uh-oh. Well, maybe I do. I'm not getting the breath warning. There it is. Sweet. I'll take all the free stuff, please. Thank you for your ammo. Alright, now we'll quick save. I guess I should swing a little bit wide.
Egretors sighted and marked. Signaling your troops.
I appreciate that he gave us the good binoculars, and he kept the scrappy ones for himself. I need to upgrade those. I always forget you can do that.
Excuse me.
No, thank you.
Good. They're on their way. Let's rendezvous.
That was weird. The quest marker. Oh, I wonder if it was because technically I was in dialogue with him, so it blocks the UI from showing the quest thing. Did you hear about the real life Fallout auditions? Or are they doing a what do you call it? Like Survivor? Like Vault Survivor or something? Oh god. Folks are getting wrecked.
Alright. We're assaulting Egretors Marina. Hostile falling back for now.
No, where's my stim pack? I mean, I'll take the missile launcher, but... Oh, that's right, we got the automatic use stim packs when I get super low. Freeze time or whatever it's called.
Something's out there.
None of you guys are on up. Oh, I like that they pick up.
Don't think I won't hurt you.
Nice. Alright, got some more people to pick up here. So the health bars on the right, those are provided by Companion Status Enhanced. It automatically hooks into the assault system first. And there's even a feature of it too, which I think we have in the mod config menu, that you can set up quest markers to show up. Let's see here. We'll go down only. This will do.
Come on,
quest trackers. Butcher Pete living up to his name there. Nope, we want your head. I'm guessing I might have to enable the CSE thing through the holotape. It's not working through mod config menu, but there is a tracking system that can show markers to specific people. So if you want to actually find their location, so if I wanted to find all the downed folks, I could do it that way. Where's Emily Marcus? Oh, looks like the battle ended, so... Don't know why they're all stacking up like that. I assume it's because the fight ended and it's starting to clear them out. Yeah, it's just starting to remove them. It's just slow. Okay, and then here is where I was curious what was going to happen when there's all the landmines at Egret. Yeah, all the ones that are stacked up there, those are queued up to be removed. So whenever you finish an assault, there is a lot of code that has to run to transfer ownership. There it goes. The working title of the show is Fallout Shelter, or just Shelter. Is that extra F? B+, not bad, not bad. Ooh, that's a lot of injuries. Circean assault. Yeah, I think for this assault we have it default to, or either I changed to the default options or it sets it for this specific assault just because there was too much confusion from folks of why they had to go change warriors, or it was something like because of the bug. You know, anybody who's played Chapter 3 knows about the bug with the warrior count. This may have been a way to brute force it. I'm gonna check though. I'm curious if my permanent setting is set up like that now. I can check the default settings too.
Settlement secure. Good job.
Don't mind me, just taking a break.
A textbook assault. You did well, but I believe there is little more you can learn from mere observation. It is time for you to lead the counteroffensive against the gunners. Do you recall the barrels of jet fuel the gunners were hauling and attempting to store at the nearby pier?
Yes, of course.
Those barrels weren't on that boat when they first sailed by. They must have obtained them from a camp further downstream. Now that we have enough troops, Our objective is clear. We launch an offensive on the gunner camp that supplied those barrels, and take the site for ourselves. It should slow down their attempt to establish a forward operating base. All right. We'll approach the gunner camp and then signal your troops. My people will help out as well. I'll be right behind you.
Okay, so let's check our options and see if it permanently switched our assault settings over. And actually, it might have done it for the whole, for this whole length of the quest line. But I can check on that too. So it should be down in the war section. So yeah, see, it switched it back to warriors only. So I believe it's for these quest moments that it allows it to take everybody. But we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if it starts giving me the warrior warning. Expected that earlier. Not anymore. Or did we get them all? Oh. Cersei took a wound.
In my medical opinion,
In my medical opinion, How about you, buddy? Oh, Patty took a wound too. Now, every time somebody sees me doing this, I always get the question of like, oh, is this, do I have to run around and cure all my people? You do not. It will happen over time automatically, or if you install any type of medical facility, it will happen more quickly. So you can set up a hospital or a clinic or a field hospital. What do you have to say about all this?
Kid, I don't know who you are, but you better clear out before I go haywire and blast.
Okay, so it doesn't break the quest. That's awesome.
Whoa, slow down. I just want to talk.
Right. You just strolled in out of the Commonwealth looking for synths to talk to.
What's a synth?
Are you not from around here? Or are you just dumber than a box of hair? Those people, I'm not gonna say their name in case it's a trigger, but they replaced people with machines. But instead of gears and motor, it's synthetic blood and guts. They could be anyone. For all I know, you're one of them. Any second now, they might send some signal. Or I'll see the color orange. Or whatever it is they do, and boom, one more dead fool. Now, are you gonna get out of here, or wait for them
I like
to
that
make
everybody's
me
coming into
kill
the
you?
building.
We're just talking, so why don't you just ease off the trigger there?
Fine, but don't think this means you're welcome here. Got your looky-woo at the synth, ready to get out of here before they make me hurt you?
Look, I just need a little while to catch my breath.
You're a terrible liar, kid. Whatever. Just do what you came here for and get on your way.
Thanks, Phyllis. We've taken control of your workshop. You can't stop us now. We've got a whole military force. Oh, we got another wounded one. Hey, that worked. Okay. Let's see here. I feel like we should give these guys a city plan. We got another wounded person over there. Oops. Select city plan. What do we have here? Ebert tour. Yeah, the basics will probably be fine. Oh, we've got another one installed here. EGM needs more brick. We're gonna go with the basics, I think. Yep, go ahead and tear it down. Alright, we got a YouTube safe song. Fantastic. super fast. These basic plans are ultra tiny. And many people published outpost-specific city plans. No, there's not a ton. I think that's a consequence of a lot of buggy mechanics in chapters 2 and 3 that we need to clean up, so the more people can actually make it all the way through. Okay, let's pop a save here, and then let's head over to Sal. Oh, there's the companion status. It did enable, it just didn't display. Okay, what's the best way to get there? I guess go to Vault 81 and cut across. Okay, looks like we can just follow the road up here. Perfect.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, we got some friends in here. Okay. Very unusual, just one rust devil. I don't think I've ever seen that. There's always an army of robots with them.
Someone there?
Oh, there's another one. Okay. Not crazy. They're always in groups. Now, where's their robot army? Come on, up the hill we go.
Okay, this is close enough. Interesting use of an overpass. Go ahead, mark the area.
Okay, I'm curious if this part of the tutorial will work with just doing the...
Good.
Yep.
Now launch a flare to signal your troops.
I think it just hit the. There's a bug sometimes.
Your
where
troops have
NPCs
responded. We should rendezvous with them.
don't snap to the nav mesh correctly. They fall from the sky. I just heard somebody go, "Ow, my arm."
Your troops are waiting. Head to their location.
Okay, let's try and enable that quest now. There we go. Now, so if any of them get injured, we should get a little marker.
We should
on them
meet with
so
your
we can find
soldiers.
them on our compass real easily. Wish all of you had some better equipment. I appreciate you. T-shirt and a freaking cannon. Love when my NPCs walking right in front of me. It's the best.
Ooh. What?
Oh, I got that one. Okay. Uh-oh. My sidebar over there. It's a little bit funky. I love that Pete just runs in there with the machete. That is such a happy accident. I don't know why he hasn't picked up another weapon. Love it. Okay, so for CSC, I believe we have a tool to fix that. Let's see here. Can you set his HUD? Oh, I might need the holotape for it to fix it. What can I do here? We'll do... set this to like 4 and see what happens if it updates. Alright. And then switch it back and we'll see if it recalculates the positioning. Okay, no, it's still all screwy. Alright, I'll put that on my bug list. I wonder if that's a case of like, oh, it's trying to do something. CSC. I think it might have to do with having 2 assaults in the same session. There's something it's not resetting correctly. 2 assaults. Oh, unless it's just over already. That might be it. It's just ended. Yeah, I think that's all it is. Okay. I just never got a chance to set up. But I still think there was something wrong. I don't feel like it was ever fully collapsed or expanded. So I'm going to just write it down anyway. 2 assaults in a session. May be problematic. On the list to investigate. Oh, I don't think the quest is finished updating either. I think after by the time CSA clears out, that'll be when the assault's over. Because we should have got an objective update to talk to Salvador at this point. I like that April brings her dog. Fantastic. Salvador. I think this may have bugged out. I'm not. Something else should have happened by now. We should have got like a quest objective or something. Oh, there something goes. Oh, I'm curious how this is going to be an interesting test. So when cinematic mode kicks in like this, it records the last location you were. So I wonder if when we try and go put back down, if we're going to get put in the spot halfway up the elevator. I bet that's what's going to be. That's what's going to happen. I may have to quickly hit console.
Lower region secured.
Nope.
Good. Your troops will stay here and guard. We'll deal with the gunners above. Let's move.
Okay. Okay, just delays because scripting. Any bug stomping yet? No, Mon Hunter, just bug taking notes. I got it. We found a couple of little issues to sort out, and somebody gave me a good idea to help with the ideology questions where you can't see all the answers because of the base UI.
You're compromised.
Problem solved. I think I just wasted a psycho jet there. That's all right. I mean, I guess we didn't waste it. Everyone has mission accomplished. Well, Sal's fighting the boss, I think. Good work, Sal. Just needed a little bit of looting. Actually, that's not Sal.
I won't hold back. It'll take more than that.
Did we get them all?
I found a map that shows some sort of compound nearby.
Huh. Interesting. Seems like this compound might be close enough to see from here. Follow me. According to this map, the gunners have been salvaging the barrels from a toxic waste dump located just over there. Appears the jet fuel was contaminated, but still useful. It could be beneficial to secure the site for yourself, claim any of the remaining resources. However, that decision is yours.
I might do that.
As I said, it is your decision. At this juncture, I am convinced you are capable of leading your men on whatever offensive you deem necessary. Teresa's assessment of you was accurate. I can see why she and others have integrated into your group.
That's nice to hear.
Positive affirmation can be an effective motivator. I believe we are done here. I'll review the rest of these documents. Try to deduce the fuel's destination after it had been stored at the pier. Until then, I'd suggest Hold. I hear something. Stingrays! Take cover!
Took cover.
Are you alright? Are you wounded?
No, I'm fine.
Hold still. You appear unscathed. Good. Evidently, we've caused the gunners some distress. Perhaps those bombers won't be refueling as soon as they had hoped. Before returning to HQ, I'll perform a final inspection of the overpass. As soon as I have more intel on the gunners' operation, I'll contact you. Your efforts here were commendable. Good work.
Magical disappearing blood.
I will,
I've never seen that
catch you
happen in
later,
real time while I'm
Chief.
staring at somebody. Thanks, Sal.
Hey there.
Your efforts here were commendable.
Okay.
Good work.
Goodbye.
I will, catch you later, Chief.
Groove 007, hi guys. I have a problem with this too. When I have 2 or more outposts, the game drops FPS every 5 seconds. Oh, it just like keeps dropping? Every 5 seconds until what? Until it goes to single digits or something? That's odd. Congratulations, buddy. You found an animation marker. Okay. Oh, and so this should be our prompt. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for you, Groban. I've not seen that before. But I would guess FPS drops of that seriousness. I don't see how they would be. They wouldn't be related to outposts directly. It would be either the settlements themselves, what you're building there is too much, or maybe you have broken precombines in your load order. But anyway, so you should, for the thing I was talking about earlier about the territories, this is what you should see on the flagpole. And then once they're a proper territory, I know we have code to convert the pier, and I'm actually going to go check if it got converted yet. I don't remember if it happened. It might not happen until after Salvador's quests, but we'll go check now and see if it is. But if you come to this right here, you can manage the territory, which you can view the bonuses that it offers if it has any. So you can see this will offer some daily supplies. And then you can also change which settlement that gets attached to. So if that matters to the way you're setting up your network. Generally, for most folks, you won't ever need to do this, but I like to offer options for people who like to get into the nitty-gritty. And then you can also go into workshop mode here. This does just tap into your inventory. And you can build the communication relays, which will extend your communication network, and makeshift watchtowers, which will extend your effectively your watchtower network, which can allow for earlier detection on settlement raids, so you get notified with enough time so that you can get to them before the attack starts. So it's kind of like in the base game when you get those vanilla raids, and a lot of times the NPCs are already behind enemy lines. If you have a series of watchtowers up, you'll get notified of your settlements being attacked. You have to have both the watchtower and the communications. If you have that set up everywhere, you can get notifications before they actually arrive, so that you can go be part of the defense if you want to. And then you don't have to worry about them taking over your settlements ever. And then you can build some basic turrets. Now, one of the plans of the science and security departments, or military department rather, in the long term, was to set up so that you could unlock more options to build, and that you could tap into either HQ resources or your settlement network or something to build from here. And it's one of those things that those of you who've been around for a long time, I like to do 2.0 or 3.0 overhauls of mechanics, and territories are definitely one that's on my list to get one of those, because I would like to add a lot of territory benefits, some unique ones, like some major locations where they would just have a completely unique benefit you couldn't get anywhere else, and some sort of HQ unlock system to make territory building more interesting. We intentionally will limit it to certain items, because unlike a settlement, the territories don't have dynamic nav mesh. So if we let you build too many structures, they would just kind of block the pathing for everything, which would not be fun. So it has to be just little small items, but we can still extend the amount. We can allow for a bigger variety of turrets, some more tall items, like maybe we could build flags just to add some flavor, things like that. Okay, so let's head. I wanted to head over to, before we break for the night, I want to go check out Coast Guard Pier and see if it got converted yet to a normal spot, because I want to keep an eye out for that. If it doesn't get converted ever, I'll know that that's a bug and we need to fix it. And if it did get converted already, we're good. But I can't remember if I have it set up to do it at some point during this quest line with Sal or after, because Sal still has one more quest to go in his little mini quest line. So let's go check here and see if we can activate this flag yet. Okay, no, still hasn't. So we'll need to keep an eye on that after we complete his quest line and see. And if it doesn't get converted, I will need to remember to go fix that. That would definitely be a bug. So where does he have us? I think he has us meeting him back at HQ. So I'm gonna head back to HQ so I don't forget that. In fact, we'll probably go down to Sal, but I think there's a brief gap. There's a brief rest period here. This is where we always try and leave after we've finished like a tutorial section, leave the player a couple of days to experiment with stuff. So in this case, we've just introduced territories, outposts, soldiers, like there's lots of stuff to play with. So this is likely where we have a 1 to 2 day, if not 3 day gap between the quests on a timer. So we may have to just remember what I was doing next week. Nick Carter, the XDI patch rest 2 still needed these days? I don't think so. Anybody still needing that patch? Because I think the biggest issues were in where there's smoke, right? I think I fixed all those. Guys, I'm going to say that to my brother. Congrats, bro, if you found an animation marker.
Oh, you want to talk to me?
I don't. Sorry, buddy.
Please note that the Civil Defense Network must be kept free for emergency seasons. Under no circumstances should it be used for social calls.
Growing up, each 5 seconds I go from 60 to 55 FPS forever. So it doesn't go lower than 55, it just drops by 5 frames and then stays like that. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Alright guys, I think that's a good place for me to stop tonight. We will pick up again on this next Wednesday and continue with finding bugs. And there hopefully will be a patch next week. My goal is to try and get at least one out per month. And we're running out of time on this month, so hopefully we'll get some of these fixes in the next patch. And then those of you guys who want to watch me play some old school Fallout, I will be playing some Fallout 3 in New Vegas via Tale of Two Wastelands and the Begin Again Wabajack list. I will be playing some more of that on Sunday. So thank you guys for joining me. I will catch you later.